bugging me this week.
Yeah, good.
Fossil today.
Yep.
Let's not waste any time. Let's get into it.
Sure. Sounds
Now,
good.
I don't know how to break this to you.
Oh dear.
There are no epic cards in Fossil. There's one which I was on the border, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it because it didn't meet the criteria for me. So we're just going to go straight into great.
Okay.
And Dave's decision might come up later. But
We'll see.
Yeah, it might play a role in this. But to me, there were no great cards. No epic cards.
Okay.
Great card.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting, but unfortunately, I think it's warranted.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes as we go through the cards. Dragonite, I think it's really cool. It's just it's not a pose that warrants an epic. To me, this is one of the two best cards in the set. It just doesn't warrant the epic tag because he's just sitting there.
Too cute to be epic?
Kinda, yeah, as
Okay.
well.
Yeah, okay, I get that.
The colours are awesome. The whole,
Beautiful colours,
yeah,
right?
absolutely fantastic. But for the epic, it needs to appeal to that next level, and this just is one step shy of that.
Okay.
Cool colours.
Fair.
All right, then the next card we have Moltres. This was the other one that was on the border for me because it does have that cool element to it, really cool element, but it's a little bit dull.
Yeah. I think it's unfortunate. It's especially the early versions of Moltres. It's very. Remember that those noisy rubber chickens?
Yeah, it looks like that.
Yeah. Like that was the thing. That was a joke back then. Like, unfortunately, it's the Pokemon kind of lets it down, right?
Yeah. But I like the card. I just couldn't go into the epic level, so it's got stuck in great, and I think that's okay.
Fair enough.
All right. Next one. Colors are cool here. I really like the Golem. It's rolling down a hill. That's my sense.
Yeah, that's what I was laughing at. I was just rolling, having a fun time.
Yeah, which makes sense with Avalanche, and then gets to the bottom, it's gone, self-destruct, so I don't know if that's what they're going for, but I like it anyway. And the colors, as I say, the background makes a dull Pokemon stand out.
Yeah.
With the cool colors in the background. Happy with that?
Yes.
Alright. And then the last great card in the set. This is just dark.
It's very menacing.
Yeah, and it's okay that everything is quite dull and dark in this one because I think that's what they were really going for. It wasn't like they just threw it together and it kind of came out that way.
Don't want to mess with that Magma.
No, right? I think it's really, really good. I like that Magma.
Yep.
You okay with that one?
Yes.
Right, sweet. So those are the 4 great cards from Fossil, which doesn't speak great volumes about Fossil.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I think so too. We'll then move on to the good cards. So we'll have a look at the Aerodactyl. So this was the second pre-release, obviously, after the... What was it? Clefairy, sorry.
No, you're right. Clefable.
Yeah, that we did last week, all those weeks ago. Pre-release. So there are apparently 2 different versions of the pre-release, which I've seen many different... I've owned many versions of this card. There's a gold one and a brown one, supposedly, of that stamp.
Oh.
But I, for the life of me, have never seen a difference between any. Maybe I've only ever had...
the same style?
Yeah.
Same ones?
I think that's supposed to be brown, but it's a little bit gold as well. Anyway, fun fact about that one. The Pokemon, the card itself, thoughts?
It's definitely an action shot, right? You can feel it in your face.
Yeah. It's just a little bit too bony for my liking.
I mean, it was a fossil it got.
It was from a fossil, yeah. Yes, that's true. Still, there's just something that it didn't put it into the grade category. It stayed in good.
You can't really tell the rest of it, right? It's in your face. That's it. You feel how intense it is, but that's it. You can't really tell what the rest of the Pokemon looks like.
Like me.
Yeah.
And the background as well, nothing special.
Yeah. It's flying over trees.
Yeah, that's basically it, hey. But very subtle trees. Alright. Again, a Pokemon that has so much potential. You can do so much with it.
What a shame.
I feel like they've done... I mean, it's not doing nothing. It's not sitting there like so many other Pokemon.
Yeah. But I think they're trying to show like a depth of field with the art style. It just looks really top heavy, chest heavy.
Yeah.
Odd.
I don't know what they've done.
And tiny wings.
Yeah, I don't love this card.
Yeah.
But it's still, the pose is something interesting at least, so it's gone into good. We're okay with good?
Yeah.
I'm not convinced by
I mean, I mean, the fact that there's no epic cards. Oh.
Yeah, I know, it's not much you can work with in Fossil. And the Gengar, again, this is a little... It's cool because of the 3D render, but it's not next level by any means. It's just... It's good.
Yeah, that's okay. It's good.
Yeah.
It's very different.
And we won't spend too much time on that one because there's just not much to say. Hitmonlee, again, it's a cool pose, but the brown background with the brown Pokemon with the brown card itself.
Very brown?
Yeah, that's... You got that. All right, good. Cool pose, but that's the only positive thing I can say about this card.
Fair enough.
So
it works well with its move, though. High jump kick. That's exactly what it's doing.
You know what it's doing, and I like that. It's cool.
Yeah.
I think so when they do that with the moves. Not that we pay too much attention to the moves, but every now and then you have to pay respect. Lapras. This just reminds me of the Loch Ness monster. I feel like this is in the Loch Ness in Scotland.
It feels like it's just floating there, isn't it? It's not even in the water or anything. Yeah. It's just floating in the air.
Yeah. I don't know. Does it belong in the good category? Will it make an appearance potentially later?
No, we'll see.
We'll see. Okay.
We'll see what else.
Don't want to give anything away.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but it's a good card. It's nothing awful, nothing... Yeah, nothing of that. Magneton. Now, compared to the base set Magneton, much prefer this one.
Yeah, I like this one.
Still not the best card they've ever done with Magneton, but it's they've tried at least, so it's good. It's not bad, not average. It's good. Happy with that?
Yes.
All right. Now, much like Jungle Set we mentioned last week, the non-holo rares were the... Sorry, yeah, the non-holo rares were the non-holo versions of the holos.
That's right.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So same.
Yeah. But the Dragonites, it's really cool. Like, the colours work just as well. They're slightly more vibrant because it's not holo.
Yes.
But holo makes it cooler anyway. So, yeah. It's a good card.
It's a good card.
I'd happily pull this.
Yes.
Same thing with the Magneton.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit...
The holo does it a bit better.
Yeah, I agree. But I still like this.
Yeah, it's still nice, yes.
Consider it's got electricity. It's electricity, right? It's kind of like trippy electricity.
Yeah.
So happy with good?
Yes.
All right.
Sounds good.
Don't want to spend too much time with fossil cards.
Unfortunately.
No, it's... But again, the nostalgia with the fossil set, you really think it's a great set.
Yeah. That's when you think back into it and not like look at them one by one and go, oh, actually.
Yeah. The Moltres probably prefer this slightly less, which is why it's obviously a good category as well, but it's alright. I like the flames. Gives you that Phoenix rubber chicken.
Yeah.
Rising from the ashes rubber Phoenix chicken. Arbok. I like this card. It's just not enough. It's just not special enough to go above and beyond this.
Yeah.
So it's good.
It's a nice card, though.
Yeah. Easy. Cloyster. It's not doing much. I don't know how much a Cloyster card can do. There are better ones, to be fair.
Yes.
The background, I just like the contrast. I think it is quite average, but at least it gives you something.
Is it sand? What is it?
I actually don't know. Sand is probably the most likely thing.
Maybe. I can't tell. But yeah, the colours work well together, right? You got the blue and then you got the yellow that offsets the blue and then the purple sits on top of the yellow, which kind of works.
Yeah, I think so. So I've gone with good.
A bit more contrast in this one.
Yeah, interesting contrast. Now, I like the pose on this.
Interesting. Very different. I wonder what the Zubat looks like. We'll get to that.
We will. It's in the set. Do you like... I'm hoping you like it.
Yeah, I think it grows on me. The more I look at it, the more it grows on me.
I also, the background, I don't know what's going on up there. Is it supposed to be, is it space? Is it a black hole in space? Yeah, that's kind of the thing I get from it. So it was another little element that I enjoyed.
Yeah.
Golduck, again, I think this is a cool enough move, pose rather.
Yeah. It's very different.
Good different or bad different? Or just
different.
Good different. Okay. You happy with it? Good?
Yeah.
Anything to add?
Deserves to be good, I think.
Deserves to be good. Alright. That's good enough for me.
Yeah.
Graveler. I quite like this card. I wish only that it wasn't as washed out as it is. If it was a little bit more vibrant with both the background, it's kind of like a crayon drawing.
Yeah. Like
both
pastel on like a canvas kind of thing
Yeah.
texture.
which
It's nice though.
detracts from it, but I like the colours. But you like it.
I like the art style,
Okay.
but it doesn't. You're right. It doesn't really do Graveler justice.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so. It's powerful. It's a strong
That's
Pokemon.
right.
And that's why I really like the Golem in this.
Mm.
Yeah. Kingler.
And that's right. It's so different to the Golem.
Yeah, it really is. And the Geodude as well. But
Mm.
we'll come to him after. Kingler?
In your face, Kingler.
Yeah, a little bit too much in your face, maybe.
Like it's coming in its own face.
Yeah. But the colours are cool. It's doing something. It's good.
It's good.
Omastar. I was on the fence about this one.
This kind of goes back to the jungle set where you said the background's kind of like, and here it's just with a sticker on it.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking with this one, to be fair. I just feel like this one I can explain the environment a little bit better. To me, it's underwater,
That's
sun's
true.
coming down. That's why it's a good card. I also like the drawing of the Omastar. I think it's not just a straight on pose sitting there. It's I don't know, swimming through the water. I guess.
Yeah.
Look, their decision is always an option to come up in that. Slowbro,
I like it.
I like this one too. I like the colours in it.
It's exactly what Slowbro should look like. Slow blow. Slow bro.
Slowbro. Now, I don't know if you know. I don't know if we've actually officially announced it yet. This is the winner of the Janine Hendricks Award this week.
How could I forget?
Yeah, the Janine Hendricks went to Slowbro. I mean, came a bit out of the blue.
Well deserved though.
Right?
Yeah.
The colours work, hey.
That's right.
It's interesting it was only in good, but it just was.
Mm.
And the award for the Janine Hendricks Award, this one goes back a long time.
Yeah, that's right.
Slowbro, you okay with that?
Yes.
How could you not be? Do you want to have a quick look and see the previous ones? Previous winners of the awards?
Yeah, sure.
I think we should
Yeah,
now, because
yeah.
I just want to add them in. Pause. Great list there. Lots of cards to add to it. Only 3 so far. But anyway, that's Slowbro.
I like it.
Yeah.
Really, really like it.
Cool. Wheezing?
In its element.
That's it. That's what I liked about this card. 100%.
It works. It's a good card.
Yeah, don't need to go into too much detail.
really.
Yeah. That's why I like working with you.
Hey! That's not bad.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Quite like it too. Background lets you down a little bit, but I like the pose of the Pokemon itself. You too?
Yeah.
Anything to add?
I mean, the background is a bit bland because you're focusing on the head, right? The depth of field, but there. So, makes sense.
Yeah, happy with it. Cool. It's in good. As is Geodude. Again, I quite like this card.
Yeah.
But it's just not great. It's a good card, and that's all you need to say about it. But you like the rocks, I like this posing.
That's right. More similar to the Golem than the Graveler, which is very interesting.
Yeah, never understood the Graveler. It's a great card. It's a good card, but it's just the Graveler anyway. This one is also good. I liked it. In terms of commons, I think it's quite up there. Then we have.
That's so cute.
This is a really different card, isn't it?
I love it.
It's fun that it's actually set somewhere in a quote unquote human environment.
Probably the power plant.
That's where it hung out. Didn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
I like it. I
Yeah.
really, really like this one. I think we might need to revisit this one. Who knows?
Okay. Cool. Grimer's, that's a smile of happiness after
Yeah.
hearing that. That's he knew what's coming. There you go. Horsey, good action shot.
Yeah. It works.
It works. I mean,
It does.
I think I feel like we've said that a lot about this fossil set. It works. It's not amazing. It's not brilliant, but it works. It is what it is. This was one of 3 contenders for the Janine Hendricks
Yeah.
Award.
I can see why.
Yeah, I really like this as well. The colours work. The environment works. Everything works about this card. Also, it takes you back. I think it's supposed to be a shout out because it's an ancient Pokemon type of thing to ancient ruins.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Fossil Pokemon.
But this set had some cool commons. I mean, that's about as big a compliment as I'm going to give to Fossil, really. The other contender for the Janine Hendricks Award was Psyduck, and to me this is a thinking artist's card, not because of the Pokemon looks like it. It's not thinking. It's got a head.
It's even got its reflection in the water.
That's it, isn't it? Like I really enjoyed
That's great.
that.
The little detail.
Yeah, 100%. I think this was it was a good candidate for the Janine Hendricks, but just wasn't quite up to the scratch of Slowbro.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, and the last one in the good category is Zubat.
It's probably the first time I've seen more than one Pokemon in a card.
Yeah, it very much is. They're subtle, but yeah. And I like the orange.
Yeah, I mean, it's in the cave, right?
Ah,
See the
see,
little-
yeah, I didn't know what they were. I was like, I'm not the artist in the room. I'm not the artist in any room. But yeah, no, you're 100% right. I quite like that.
Yeah. Subtle.
But good
Works.
colours. I like the colours.
Yeah.
I like purple and orange and green. I like the purple and green should never be seen. Is that the expression? They're wrong. This one it should be.
I mean, I think that orange helps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So those are the good cards. We move now swiftly onto the bad cards.
Oof.
Alright, first up, the Holo Haunter.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no words.
It's really average, isn't it? The Holo is barely noticeable. It's so subtle. A few stars in there. Pokemon itself.
It's not a great drawing.
No, sorry.
Sorry, illustrious.
That's-
Sorry, kids.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know.
no.
Considering some of the artwork he's done, it just wasn't there.
Oh, dear.
Again, I can forgive them. We said last week with the jungle set, they kind of rushed to get that out. I feel like they did the same with
Probably
Fossil.
watched it, yeah.
Yeah. So
They're riding that hype.
I feel like that's what they were doing. They ran out of ideas maybe, or they didn't think it through. They're just
Yeah.
tired because they've been printing so much. But yeah, this was definitely a bad card, right?
Mm.
Alright. Next one, Hypno.
Mm.
Again, the Holo just does nothing. I mean, actually, I think there's definitely another Hypno card which does work with the pendulum, like
Oh, yeah.
hypnotizing. This is not it. Obviously, this is just bland.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
comes up in a couple of sets. Anyway, this is so
Yeah.
bland, so boring. Just have to be average. This one is a little bit controversial potentially,
Okay.
but I just
What?
okay. I feel like they got this card right the first time with the base set Zapdos. It was that far off being an epic card. And this one is, the coloring's wrong, the backgrounds, like the Holo just doesn't work for me.
But it's a great pose, though.
I know, but it's the same pose they reused, basically. It's more compressed. It's kind of like in the first one, it was rising. It had reached its apogee, the top point of its flight, and this one, it's about a meter away from your face, and it's just squashed in.
Oh, okay.
I honestly, I've always disliked this card, and when I came to grading it, I kind of felt justified in disliking it.
Right.
It just doesn't work in any way, shape, or form. Also, don't know it's got mascara on. Why does it have mascara? Is it like? Isn't it? Is that a legendary Pokemon supposed to have them? All right, shows you what I know. I'm not fashionable in the slightest, but yeah. Anyway,
All right, bad it is.
it is, yeah. Haunter, this is the non-holo one. You can barely tell it's different to the holo one.
No.
Yeah, it's just.
I mean, I know it's a ghost and it's supposed to be dark, but at the same time, it isn't a bit too dark. Okay, you can't see anything else.
Yeah, I think clearly they thought it was. Yeah, they've got this one.
I mean,
wrong.
maybe it ties in with the move transparency, right? Maybe.
Yeah, look, even if they were going for that, they were better off drawing nothing.
Just have eyes floating.
Yeah, basically that. Not a good card. We'll move on. Hypno again, the non-holo. You can barely tell it's the holo, the non-holo apart. Yeah, I just don't.
Very boring.
Very boring, very bland, very average. And now it's time for everyone's least favourite award, the Professor Oak's research. Now, this might be all-time bad. Like, I'd be so curious to see by the time we've graded or ranked and gone through every set, if there is a card that's more worthy of the Professor Oak's research award than this.
Probably not.
I can't fathom there would be.
So remember I texted you last week and I was like, I've been looking for my old set, and I'm like, wow, this is what I was talking about.
This one, was it? There you go. Okay, so yeah, you're on board with this one.
Yes, 100%.
You go. You go. I'm angry. You go to it.
It's so bad that maybe it's an epic card.
Look, if there were an epically bad category, maybe, but yeah, I can't tell you that this belongs anywhere positive.
I don't think we need to say anything about that.
No, and yet I feel compelled to just point out that it's small, it's badly drawn, it's in a plain green field with a plain blue sky with some average clouds. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
That's bad.
Yeah, he didn't get the memo.
It's like it was an afterthought. It's like, oh, I was supposed to draw Slowpoke, was I? Far out. Yep. Drew it on a napkin and this is what came out. Oh, man. Who was that drawn by? I feel bad. Oh, I'm covering it wrong. All over the shop there. Mickey Takana? Yeah, poor Mickey.
Sorry, Mickey.
And maybe Mickey was an intern at this point and was just like, as I say, throwing something he was out of his depth for at the time. I'm trying to be positive here for him. Or her. Anyway. Alright, so we'll go to the average now. Ditto.
Hello, Ditto.
I mean, they tried to give it some depth with the checkerboard at the top.
That's right.
There's nothing much to it. We'll move through these ones pretty quickly because it's Kabutops. Could have done so much more with this.
So much potential.
Yeah. The background, the holo just doesn't do anything. Yeah. Brown and brown and brown again. Kind of like that one way. But less action pose. Mark.
Oh, what a letdown compared to the Grimer.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah. Boring. Right? Raichu,
Ooh.
You like this or you don't?
No.
Okay, good. I don't like this either.
No.
They got the Raichu wrong in the base set. They got the Raichu wrong in this set.
And the same with the Pikachus as well.
Yeah, which like...
What's going on?
I don't know. Yeah. But at least they tried with the background here to do something, but it just... The colours just don't really work. No. Anyway. Alright, cool. We've gone through these already. We've seen them. These are the non-holo variants. Aerodactyl. It's okay.
Yeah.
I feel bad giving one of these cards anything above an average considering they've already been around in the holos. Right. Yeah, as we've discussed. Articuno, same thing.
Yeah.
Ditto, just as bad. Probably worse without the holo. Gengar, I don't mind this, but for what we've just discussed, an average. Hitmonlee, had a look at already.
Oh, the holo's way better than this one.
Yeah.
The colours are too similar. Can't really tell, right?
Yeah, more brown and orange. Brownie orangey, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. And the same, we just mentioned Kabutops had this problem. I think it's exactly the same here. You can see what...
The background's very similar.
Yeah, right? Let's have a quick look see there.
Yeah.
Fun fact with the Hitmonlee, there's a holo error which is called the cigar roll.
What?
So there's the holo that was there was a sheet printed or several sheets printed which had part of one of the Pokemon, I think it was like the boxes, which kind of looks like a cigar roll that's imprinted onto the holo one. Don't have one, but they're out there. So if you've ever seen one of those, that's what it is.
Cool.
Lapras.
So it is floating in midair.
Yeah, it's more evident in this. Doesn't make sense, does it?
Yeah. It should be in the water.
Yeah. Alright, we'll move on from Lapras. Fuck.
Yuck.
Raichu, just as bad, hey?
Yeah, the background's kind of cool, though.
You like it more now?
Yeah, in this one. You can see more of the background.
Stands out a bit, yeah.
But Raichu...
Yeah. Right. Zapdos. Now, we had a look at this. I actually prefer it in the non-holo.
Yeah, the purple's a lot nicer.
Yeah, that's why it's gone into the good. You okay with that?
Yes.
That was a reasoning as well. I still don't like the drawing of the Pokemon, but I think the purple non-holo makes it a little bit more intimidating, maybe. Ghastly.
It's cute.
So much better than the Haunter.
That's right.
Miles better. But, nothing special. It's like
nothing special.
Coloured bricks. Cool.
I like it more than the Gengar too.
Do you? Interesting. Sandslash?
Very different pose.
Yeah, I don't really know what they're doing with it.
Paint me like one of your French girls.
I have so many French girls, that's it. You know me. Yeah, it's alright. Slightly different, but nothing to write home about, right?
Yeah.
I like writing home, it seems. Seadra, a little bit menacing in the pose, for sure, but the background, again, does nothing.
What is the background?
Yeah, it's not really doing too much as
Horsey was way better.
Yeah, like the Horsey hate. Tentacruel. I am slightly confused by this in terms of the pose or the background. Because to me, that's electricity, right?
Looks like it.
Yeah, but
Zap.
but that's not what you would expect from a
No.
water type Pokemon, and it's got nothing to do with the moves as well. So unless you can see something that I can't, I'm not.
No, I don't know what's going on there.
Okay.
Touch the light bulb.
Yeah. Floating in midair, touch the light. Yeah. Look, don't all have to make sense, do they? Kabuto.
Hmm.
Okay.
Shellfish.
Yeah.
There's shells in it.
Great, fair play. Alright, move on from you. Krabby's kind of cute.
Oh, it's cute.
Yeah, it's kind of cute.
Hello.
Is it saluting?
Yeah.
Not doing all that much.
Really like the angle though.
Yeah?
Yeah. Bottom up.
Special, we're good enough to move into good. Well, we'll see maybe.
We'll see. I don't know.
Alright, we'll have a
What do you think about it?
We'll get there.
Bleh.
Shelder.
What else can a Shelder do?
I don't know.
Similar to the Cloyster, right?
Maybe they just chose really bad Pokemon with a fossil set. They're like, oh.
I mean, but it's understandable, like shellfish,
Yeah.
fossils, you know.
I suppose, maybe you're right. Maybe that's why, thus far, I think it's been a very average set. It's not getting any better with the average ones anyway. Tentacle.
I like this one more
Yeah?
than the Tentacle.
I don't get the light though. Is it?
Can I learn Flash in the games? I think so. If it can, then that makes sense.
But even so, I mean, why bring it up here? But yes, look, this is better than the Tentacruel, I think. It slightly makes more sense. It makes slightly more sense, and it's yeah. But anyway, let's not go on it. Move on to the trainers. Mr. Fuji. This is always quite a warming one. Nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about bad drawings of Pikachu. I know it's stylistic, so I won't come down on it too hard. But 3 out of 3 sets have had bad drawings of Pikachu. Anyway.
I wonder why.
It
was too popular. It's like, oh, it's too popular. We need to dumb it down a bit.
Yeah, honestly, it could be the case. You laugh, but I wouldn't be surprised because it does get better in time. I do like this energy search, but it's an energy search. What do you want to do with it? Trainers, I feel bad for trainer cards. So.
Yeah. They do get better later on, though, I reckon.
Oh, there are some mad ones in the more recent sets, but back then, few and far between. Yeah.
That's exactly what it says it is.
Don't need to say much about this. Gambler, dice, we get it. Cool. Recycle, I've always felt bad for this Jigglypuff. Right?
What are they going to do with it?
I don't know.
Oh no.
This one is clearly not getting recycled given how sad it is.
Right.
And the last one. This was an interesting card because it's a trainer card that had hit points.
Yeah, that's right.
Actually, I don't know if they're health points. I think they're
Health points? Yes. HP, health points.
Yeah. Right. Definitely. Yeah. Interesting for that fact. And it's a mysterious fossil because it can turn into... I mean, that's more than one fossil, to be fair. That's several different fossils.
I missed the nest there.
Yeah, definitely. But it's cool because like it was a useful card, I think, for the game. Obviously, it could turn into Omni Knight or Kabuto.
Yeah.
By the by.
Probably one of the first ones to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, out of all 3 sets. So far.
Definitely was. Anyway. You hear music?
Yeah.
We like with the Wiggles.
It's time for Dave's decision. It's time for Dave's decision. Yeah.
Okay, so Dave's decision. Now, before we get to the card in question, did it surprise you going through Fossil what the cards were like?
Yeah, I was quite shocked about how bad they were.
Right?
Because in my mind, it's still one of my favourite sets because it's one of the first ones I've ever bought myself.
Me too.
To collect.
Right, 100%.
Like opening booster packs and trying to get good cards. And looking back now, it's kind of like, what was I doing with all my money back then?
Yeah, what am I still doing with my money now? It's funny, actually, with the Fossil set, I bought an opened first edition booster box years ago. I paid like $200 or something for it. And I think it had 27 booster packs, sealed booster packs. I didn't know that you could weigh booster packs back then. So I opened 27 light booster packs.
Oh, no.
And I was so upset. And I was probably in my early 20s.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I was still upset.
I remember like kids bring a scale and they'll go to the shops and they'll just weigh each pack individually and just buy the heavier ones.
Yeah. Cheeky.
Yeah.
Alright, so Dave's decision is only one this week.
Yes, only one.
Alright.
I only have to correct you once this week.
That's always good. That's a plus. Talk us through Grimer. So this was, where did we start off with?
Average.
Average, yeah. Okay.
But I think it deserves a little bit more justice. It's a cute card. It really shows Grimer in its element. In society with us. You know, it's in the power plant. It's doing Grimer things. It's just slithering, slothering everywhere kind of thing. And it's so dopey happy. It makes me dopey happy.
I'm glad it does. Look, again, I can see where you're coming from with this one. So, yeah, it's gone from average to good for sure.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, the only thing left to do is really see where Fossil stacks up to the rest of the sets.
It's not going to be great, is it?
No, let's have a look. So the awards list.
Here we go.
Another one to add. I actually really enjoyed this segment.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good summary, right? And
Yeah.
then we've got to go on about all the good cards and the bad cards.
The list of the Hall of Fame, if you will.
Yes.
So the Janine Hendricks this week, worthy winner. I mean, as they all are. The Slowbro. It was the colours that really got us.
Beautiful cards.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's how you get to us.
Just give us bright colours, we'll be happy.
Yeah. But no, the Janine Hendricks Award was Slowbro. Beautiful.
What is it?
Now, the Hall of Shame. Oh dear.
Oh, shame.
This is truly deserving winner of this award.
Goodness. Where is it? Oh, there it is.
It's taking its time.
It's alright. All the time in the world for you, Slowbro,
Oh man. It's Slowpoke.
Oh yeah, that's right. Funny, so Slowbro won the good award, and then Slowpoke gets the Hall of Shame one.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
Poor thing. But, no, not poor thing. This card, like, we've discussed it. It's just, it'll come up again in the future episodes when we have a look. Anyway, set breakdown. Straightforward here. 62 cards, total points 84. You throw the weighting into it. Final points on the right, with a final score of 150.
It's pretty low compared to last week.
Yeah, which Jungle only had 2 more cards, right?
That's right.
Yeah, okay.
Interesting.
So 150 divided by 62, weighted average of 2.419.
Wow.
So the current leaderboard, that will see Fossil drop into the bottom there by a fair amount.
I mean, still on the podium.
For now. That's surprisingly low, but then having gone through the cards, no complaints really. I didn't enjoy the set.
It makes sense. No epics at all.
Only 5 great cards as well.
Yeah, and a high number of bad and average cards. So.
Yeah.
See, we thought with Jungle, because it had a small number of cards in that set, it would have benefited better. So
Yeah.
thought the same with Fossil, but no.
Just didn't have the higher end ones. Like the epic makes a big difference for something like this in terms of the set size. Anyway, it is what it is.
Fair enough.
Alright, and that's it for this week. Hopefully next week will be a little more pleasant in terms of cards.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Alright, Dave, thanks as always for your input.
Thank you.